I always thought love was simple. You meet someone, you fall in love, you promise loyalty, and you build a life together. That was the vision I carried into my marriage. My wife, Emily, had been my world. We'd built a home together, shared countless laughs, and created memories I thought would last forever. I worked long hours to provide, thinking that every sacrifice was worth it because she was waiting at home for me. But the truth has a way of crawling out of the shadows. Even when you try your best to ignore the uneasy whispers in your mind, doubt it all started with little things: her phone flipped upside down on the table, a new password I didn't know, sudden late nights at the office when I knew her workload hadn't changed. I told myself I was overthinking, that maybe she just needed space. But deep down, I felt a storm brewing. The night everything shattered was a Friday. I came home from work a little earlier than usual, hoping to surprise her with dinner. But the house was empty. I texted her, no reply. I called, and she sent me to voicemail. Hours passed, and still no Emily. By midnight, I was pacing the living room, my heart heavy with suspicion. I didn't want to admit Dot. It wasn't until almost 3 a.m. when I finally heard the sound of her keys at the door. The lock clicked, the door opened slowly, and Emily slipped inside. She looked startled when she saw me sitting there in the dark. She tried to mask it with a casual smile, but her hair was messy, her clothes wrinkled, and the faint scent of cologne not mine lingered on her. Late night at work? I asked quietly. She hesitated. Yeah. Things just got busy. Her voice wavered. She avoided my eyes, walking quickly toward the bedroom. I didn't move. I just sat there, the weight of her lie pressing down on me. I wanted to believe her, but the truth was written all over her face. When she reached for the bedroom light, I finally stood up and followed her. She froze when she realized I was right behind her. Her hand flicked the switch, and the room filled with light. And that's when it happened. Her world collapsed in an instant, because sitting on the bed was her phone, unlocked, open, with a string of messages from a man named Ryan. The last message read, "Tonight was amazing. Can't wait until he's out of the picture so we can be together for real." Emily's face turned pale. She rushed toward the phone, but I picked it up first. The silence between us was deafening. The truth hung heavy in the air, undeniable. "Who's Ryan?" I asked. My voice was calm, too calm. Her lips trembled. "It's not what it looks like." I laughed bitterly. "Not what it looks like? You came home at 3 a.m. from a so-called work night. Your clothes smell like someone else. And your lover just texted you about how he can't wait until I'm gone. Tell me, Emily, what exactly am I supposed to believe?" She broke down, tears streaming down her face. She confessed through sobs that it had been a one-night stand that turned into something more, that she never meant for it to happen, but the thrill, the attention it pulled her in. I listened, but inside, something broke. Years of trust shattered in a single night. I didn't scream. I didn't rage. Instead, I walked out of the room, leaving her sobbing on the bed. But inside my mind, plans began to form. This wasn't just betrayal. This was humiliation. She thought she could sneak around in the shadows, but I would make sure the light exposed her completely. The next day, I went through every message, every photo, every secret she thought she'd hidden. And I saved it all. Weeks went by, and Emily tried to patch things up. She promised it was over, begged me not to ruin our marriage, claimed she still loved me. But I couldn't look at her the same way anymore, so I waited. Patiently. Her birthday was coming up, and she wanted to host a dinner with close friends and family. She thought it would be a chance to rebuild. I agreed, playing along like the faithful husband. I smiled, cooked, and welcomed guests. But in the back of my mind, I knew what was coming. When everyone gathered around for cake, I stood up with a small box in my hand. Emily looked surprised, maybe even hopeful. She thought I was going to gift her jewelry or something sentimental. Before we cut the cake, I said, my voice steady, I want to share something special with all of you. I handed Emily the box. She opened it eagerly only to find a USB drive inside. Confusion crossed her face. What's this? She asked nervously. Why don't you plug it in? It's a collection of memories, I replied. The room grew tense as the drive was connected to the TV. And then, message by message, photo by photo, Emily's affair unfolded before everyone's eyes. Gasps echoed through the room. Her mother covered her mouth, her friends stared in shock, and Emily crumbled into the chair, unable to move. I stood there silently, watching as the truth lit up the screen, just like that night when she turned on the bedroom light and her lies came crashing down. When it was over, I spoke softly but firmly. You came home late, thinking your secret was safe in the dark, but the light always exposes the truth. Happy birthday, Emily. I walked out that night, leaving her surrounded by the mess she created. I filed for divorce the next day, armed with evidence that left no room for denial. Her lover. He disappeared the moment things got messy. And Emily? She lost everything, her family's respect, her friends' trust, and me. Sometimes, karma doesn't come as thunder and lightning. Sometimes it comes quietly in the simple act of turning on the light, and in that moment, I realized something. She thought she'd broken me, but the truth is, she set me free.